back, I'm Pikachu here, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the new Burning Shadow set and a couple of other new products that are going to be releasing and how to sign up for pre-releases. With that being said, usually I would upload a news update like this on a Wednesday, because Wednesday is the news series that we're doing, but unfortunately I didn't have Wi-Fi yesterday, so I apologize for that, and I wanted to just briefly explain what was happening. With that being said, let's just go. Okay, so, first of all, I'm gonna show you this first. I think that it's worth pointing out. Okay, so there's a YouTuber that goes by the name of Flippin' Banter, really cool guy. He actually did pick up Elite Trainer boxes early, so you should go check him out. But basically this here is the Burning Shadows little booklet that was within the Elite Trainer boxes. And if you look closely at this set, they actually decided to omit some cards that a lot of us thought were going to be included. The best way I can describe this Burning Shadow set is basically it is a combination of 3 Japanese sets. So there were the 2 SM3 sets, the one with Ho and the one with Necrozoma, and then there was the Japanese like subset thing. They combined them all together to form this set right here, and then they omitted a couple of cards. And the thing that interests me is not so much the fact that they combined these sets, but rather it's the fact that the cards that they decided not to include was really surprising. Like, for example, I'll just briefly show you guys the cards that are available. Obviously, this is major spoiler alert, so if you're looking forward to just experiencing the set at a pre-release, or when you first open up the packs, then I encourage you guys to stop watching now. But as you can see, so the first card I want to talk about, they do include a Ho-Oh full art. However, for some reason, they decided not to include the hyper rare Ho-Oh, and instead include that hyper rare Ho-Oh in a collection box. The name of the box, I will find it right now. It is going to be called a Shining Legends Super Premium Collection box, and in that box is where we'll find the Ho-Oh, you know, hyper rare, rainbow rare card, which I thought was a really interesting choice because obviously Ho-Oh is one of the main Pokemon in this set. Like, if you look at the Japanese booster boxes, it was literally on the front of the booster box and on the front of every single booster pack. You know, this set is basically centered, one of the main Pokemon it's centered around is Ho-Oh, and the fact that they decided not to include the secret rare form of it was kind of interesting to me. Another card that I was very, very surprised about was the Charizard Full Art. So they did include the hyper rare Charizard, we see it right there. So hyper rare Full Art is in this set, but the regular Full Art Charizard, which would look something like this, is actually going to be included into a Charizard Gx Premium Collection box. So we won't be seeing it in the set. Again, this is a very popular Pokemon. A lot of people were really looking forward to pulling this, but for some reason they decided to include it in a different sort of product. And with that, I think that there's a good side and a bad side to all of this. Obviously, with it being in a premium collection box or some sort of collection box, you know, these cards are going to be a lot easier to get. Obviously, the boxes are probably going to be expensive, but you have this guaranteed thing where, like, if you buy the box, you will get it. Which will probably drive the prices of this card down just a bit than it would have usually been if it was, like, actually included into the set. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I think that this decision might actually upset some people because I think a lot of people were looking forward to pulling these cards. But honestly, I don't really mind. I think that I'm glad that there's people, you know, the chances of you opening up packs and pulling, you know, a Charizard Full Art or a Ho-Oh, you know, hyper rare are pretty slim. And the fact that you now have this product where you're like guaranteed you're gonna get it, I don't know. I think that that's kind of a nice little touch. But anyways, another card that a lot of people thought we were going to be included in this set, but they didn't end up including, is the Olivia. The Olivia Full Art card was a promo card that was released in Japan, and typically when they release promo cards, like Full Art Trainer cards in Japan, as like promotional stuff, they end up including it into the following English set, but for some reason they decided not to do that, and my theory is I think they're either going to include it in SM4, so the following English set, or in Shining Legends. Both of those are new English sets that are going to be releasing really soon, and I think that there's a chance that we'll be seeing them. But anyways, I'll just quickly go through the rest of this set. Again, huge shout out to Flippin' Banter for making this possible. There is a whole bunch of hyper rare cards. There's so many full arts and secret rares. This set is huge, but that also makes it really exciting because the chance of you like pulling the same card over and over again, if you have the chance to open up like multiple booster boxes, is pretty slim. I think one of the most expensive cards is probably going to be the Choice Band. Also, of course, the Hyper Rare card is going to be very popular. And then I think the Hyper Rare Charizard, like I mentioned, is going to be a pretty expensive card. And then after that, it's sort of just based off of playability for the most part. If it's a playable card, I think it'll do well price-wise. If not, then with time, the things will drop. And then we do have 3 different Secret Rare Energy cards. The Fire Energy, Darkness Energy, and Fairy-type Energy, which I think is very cool. So there's the set. And again, Flippin' Banter, you can go check out his YouTube channel if you would like to see more information about it. He has opened up some product. Okay, with that being said, next thing I want to talk about is Zoroark. So this is another situation where we thought we were going to get a card in a set. Zoroark Puller was included into the SM3+, which is the Japanese Shining Legends set. And we also have information that Shining Legends is going to be releasing sometime in October for English. And now they have announced that this Zoroark card, which again was included in the Japanese set, is not going to be included in the English set, but instead is going to be released in a Shining Legends Special Premium Collection box, Zoroark Gx. That's the name of the little box thing. And so this card right here, we won't be seeing in the actual set. I think that's weird. I don't know why they started doing this. In the past, they haven't really done a whole lot of this, especially with like the full art cards. And I don't know, it's interesting, and I would love to know your thoughts on that. The final thing I want to talk about is Burning Shadows. So, we do have some images of Burning Shadows. I'm actually going to use this opportunity to pull up the official Pokemon website. So, if you're interested in attending a pre-release, all you have to do is just type in Pokemon.com, and on the homepage, you'll see this little thing. It says Sun and Moon Burning Shadows. You can see the pre-release promos. If you click on it, it'll take you to this page and give you information on how you can sign up for it. You can sign up for pre-release tournaments, find one near you, etc., etc. They're very cool. I highly suggest that you guys attend one if you have one in your area. They're always really fun. You get to meet a lot of new people, and just it's a cool time. But I'll use this opportunity to briefly talk about the different pre-release promo cards that we have available. So there's a Viper, there is a Crabominal, Zygarde, and a Beware. And I think all 4 of them are going to be very popular. I think the 2 most popular ones are probably going to be Zygarde. Yeah, I think Zygarde is going to be the most popular one, to be quite honest. But we'll see. You know, a lot of this stuff you can't really tell until it officially releases. But with that being said, I think that's everything. I'm so excited for this set. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. And we have a very big announcement coming tomorrow. And I hope that you guys will be excited. We are doing a huge Burning Shadows giveaway to sort of get hyped and give you guys a chance to potentially win some Burning Shadow stuff too. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!